Hello, I'm Leah, and I wanted to share a quick video with you around anxiety and stress, particularly for teenagers, because recently I've been working with year 10s and 11s and sixth formers who are going through exams at the moment. And obviously a big theme that's coming up is that lots of people are feeling anxious and feeling quite stressed and panicky even about the exams and about all the things that they've got going on at the moment. So I thought that I would repeat what I've been saying over and over to lots of students recently and put it into a video to help you understand a little bit more about anxiety, and also to share with you one simple thing that you can do on a regular basis to sort of help prevent some of the stress and anxiety and take the edge off a little bit, and also something that you can use maybe on exam day or whatever stressful situation that you might have got coming up. So the first thing really is anxiety is one of the range of emotions that we all go through as a human being, and it's a perfectly normal part of being human, really. So, and in some situations it can be useful, it's great for us to get a bit stressed or to feel a bit anxious about something, because it helps us to perform and get motivated sometimes as well, so it's not all bad. But I know that it is one of those emotions that we try and sort of push away because it's uncomfortable, it's not a nice feeling, it's unpleasant. But I think sometimes the more we try and push something away or maybe pretend it's not happening, or perhaps distract ourselves from it, the more it can come back. So it becomes like a bit of a battle, the more you push against something, the more it sort of pushes back at you. So I believe that the best way to sort of deal with it is really to face it in some ways, to face it head on, and to really sort of start to experience it and feel it, for what it is. And often, lots of young people say to me that, but I can't relax, I can't calm down, because when I'm panicking or I'm stressed, my mind is racing and all thoughts are going through my head. And that is a common part of it, isn't it? That we're often, our minds are racing when we get really stressed. So you might be going into an exam or something and thinking, I'm going to fail this, I'm not going to know all the answers, I should have revised more, and on and on and on, and the thoughts just snowball out of control. So the quickest way to get us out of our heads, because we spend so much time wrapped up in our thoughts, and once we're stuck there, it's really hard to get out of it, is to come back into our bodies. And obviously when we feel the stress, there's lots of signs in our bodies that are telling us, we might get butterflies in our stomach, we might get hot and sweaty, our heart races faster, hands might get tingly and sweaty, might get headaches, feel sick. So there's lots of physical things going on in the body, and really that's the place to start, is to come back to those physical feelings, which I know is really uncomfortable. But if you notice, if you've ever sat with any intense feeling that's a bit uncomfortable, it usually gets a little bit worse, and it peaks and peaks, and then it changes and falls away. So the more we can sort of sit with that, the quicker it can start to sort of calm down really and disappear. So really, as I say, it's getting back out of our heads, back in touch into our bodies. And one of the most real ways or concrete things we got in our bodies that's always there is our breath. So I teach people a very simple breathing technique. It's called the 7-11 breathing. And what that means is we just breathe in for a count of 7 and we breathe out for a count of 11. And what that does is when we breathe in, so if you take a big deep breath now, you notice all your body sort of tenses up, and as you breathe out, that sort of flicks the switch into the relaxation mode. It's like a big letting go feeling, a relaxing feeling. So all we're doing is we're having a longer out breath and a shorter in breath. So that's why we breathe in for a count of 7 and out for a count of 11. And as I say, that sends a signal to the brain to say that everything's okay, and it kicks in that relaxation mode, so it helps us calm down. So it's a very simple thing, it's just a 7-11 breathing we're going to go through. But what I will say about this is that I've said this to people and I've shown people this and we've practiced it, and then they go away and they wait until they start to feel stressed, and then they practice it and they say, oh, but it didn't work, it didn't calm me down, it didn't work when I was feeling panicky. So what I say to people is you need to practice this regularly. You need to practice it on a daily basis and actually practice it when you're already feeling relaxed. So it's almost like exercising a muscle. We've got to do something regularly to be able to build the muscle, to make it stronger and to make it more natural, so that when or if we get stressed, it's there, you know, we've got it nailed. We've practiced it enough times so we can do it. So this is something that is an ongoing thing, and I think that the more you can do it when you're feeling relaxed, then the easier it's going to be to be able to access it when you feel a bit stressed. So we're going to give it a go now. So get yourselves nice and comfortable, put your feet flat on the floor, and I'm going to count you in for 3 rounds. So we're going to do 3 cycles of 7-11 breathing, and count you in for a count of 7 to breathe in and a count of 11 to breathe out. So here it goes. So take a deep breath in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Now I know that 11 is quite a long out breath, isn't it? So you probably were struggling towards the end to get it out. But it doesn't matter how fast you count when you do it yourself, as long as the out breath is longer than the in breath. So some days you might do a 5 and an 8. You know, that's usually probably enough for me a lot of the time. But practice it when you're already feeling relaxed. So you can do this as soon as you wake up in the morning, sit on the edge of the bed, do a minute of 7-11 breathing, and you can do it at night. It's a really good one to do actually if you're struggling to get to sleep and, as I say, your mind is racing, you're starting to think about stuff. Or maybe if you wake up in the night and you start worrying and thinking about things, it's a really good thing to calm you down then. So that's one simple thing that you can do, and I think don't underestimate how breath is a really important tool, because it's something very realistic that brings us back to the here and now. Because often when we're worrying, we're usually worrying about something that's going to happen or that might happen in the future, or we're worrying about something and going over something that's already happened in the past that we can't change. So coming back to the breath is a very present thing, it's a here and now thing to do and brings us right back into reality. So that is something very simple, but it does take practice, as I said, so have a go at it and try it on a daily basis when you're already feeling relaxed, and let me know how it goes. In the show notes below on the blog, I'm going to put some more, there's an infographic on there and some more information about sort of tips at exam time, so have a look through those. But yeah, let me know how you get on with it, and I'll see you soon.